Hi, I'm Mike Neundorfer with Advanced RV. I want to talk a little bit about 144s. 144s have become popular. People are enthusiastic about putting everything they can from a comfort and a convenience standpoint into a 144 chassis. This creates challenges because we have a lot smaller space to put a lot more stuff in, or the same amount of stuff. Today you're going to see kind of a summary of a lot of what we've been doing with 144s and what our clients have been asking us to do for their custom 144s. There's a whole range of possibilities. No two are alike, and all we try to do is make the 144 or whatever the client van is exactly how they envision it. So I hope that you'll enjoy this conversation, and we can take a quick look inside of Robert here and to show you a little bit about how this one's configured. This client wanted to have an open area behind the driver's seat, which really gives you a feeling of space. This goes up, locks into place, and in here is a toilet, expandable shower. This shower curtain is held up here. It comes down. This client wanted this counter space, but they wanted a full shower. This is the leveling system where there's a sensor at the center of the underside of the chassis. You press a button and it lets the air out of the air suspension system, so it's starting with the lowest point, and then it levels the van by adjusting the hydraulic jacks underneath it. This client wanted a big space underneath the bed for storage, and they wanted access both from the front and the back doors. And this bed, we have custom cushions that fill in the flare space here. It gives you the full width of the bed, use of the full width of the bed. This bed is split in half so that if the client is traveling alone, they can use this front half of the bed. The back half of the bed platform comes off, and they can store it and have floor-to-ceiling storage in the other half of the bed. So that's a quick run through on Robert, which is just one of the custom 144s we recently built, and I think it's going to ship in a week or so.
His name is Robert, and he's the most handsome van in the world. I love it. It's perfect.
And the color is beautiful too. And your interior design is spot on.
Thank you very much.
Liz Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube.
Sprite is nearing completion. I think we have about another week on Sprite. The owner of Sprite is a long distance runner. She runs 100-mile runs, and this is the second motorhome we've built for them. Their first was Cub, and she's going to use this on her on BLM lands and other places where she goes for her long runs. So she has a composting toilet, a shower in the rear, a bed that's good for her but expands into another bed when her husband's with her. She designed every detail of this van. And our guys have jumped beyond themselves, done somersaults and hoops and stuff to execute this exactly the way she wanted it. And it's a real testament to what our guys can do. But even some of the 170s we're doing are much more rugged and outdoor. This is a 4x4. It's an extended, but it has a big platform bed with a lot of gear storage. This 4x4 over here, it's another kind of a rugged design. It has a higher platform bed and all this gear storage in the bottom with a tray for 3 bicycles or I think other gear. And so this is a lot of what the clients are asking for now. And it's especially difficult to create the kind of comfort and space and feeling of space in a 144 that you can in a 170 standard or a 170 extended. The other end of the spectrum, we're doing a lot of B-boxes, and we're getting a lot of people interested in the additional space that a B-box offers. So this is one of the B-box boxes that we're going to put together. This is going on a 144 cab chassis. You get an idea, this is only 12 feet long. We're thinking of doing some unique layout in here to make good use of the space. But this overall length will be 19 feet something, the same as a 144 van. So this is another 144 from a client's, clients who had a 170 extended. We're getting ready to put cabinets in here. Actually, the cabinets are built, but it's insulated. It's the floor's in. Some of the cabinets are in. We can take a quick look. I would say probably a third of what we have going through production right now is 144s. They're generally 4x4s like this one is. And they're a lot of fun. Marcia and I took one a couple years ago, and we went through creeks and did a lot of fun things. I do the same thing with a 170 extended, but don't tell anybody. I think this has a bed on one side that pulls out and extends, and their bathroom. Well, we shouldn't talk anymore because I don't know what the configuration is. So this is a 144 4x4 3500 that our client wanted to have as a people hauler, but also a hauler of the trailer, which is the toy trailer. The trailer is going to have a rack that in design matches the rack on the van. It's going to be a little bit bigger, and it's going to hold an inflated whitewater raft. This is a compact 144, as I mentioned. It has LED lights on the front. It has a substructure and a winch on the front of it. We set it up with all new seats. These are Mercedes seats, recovered. These seats match the back seats. There's incredible sound in here, really good lighting, individual heated seats, power for each seat. So this is going to pull the trailer. This is a gasoline-fired generator for the trailer only. The coach has extra batteries in it as well. The fuel tank for the generator is here. There's also an S-bar system for the hot water. We're going to be ready within a few weeks to put this on the road, and we're really excited about the possibilities. We're in Mies right now, which is a 144. This is going to have bunk beds, bathroom, flush toilets, storage for 2 electric fold-up bikes. But one thing I wanted to go through now is this is a 144 2500. So it has less weight capacity, a lower GVRW than a 170 or a 144 3500. And so in order to get everything in here and be within the weight limit, we are using some lightweight materials. This is a very strong lightweight material that has 2 layers of wood on the outside, and then it has a hollow core, but it's structurally reinforced with, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a cellular type of material. So it's very light, it's fairly stiff, strong. The problem with this material is it won't hold a screw. In order to make it hold a screw, we have to glue solid wood edges all the way around, and that's what we've done here. Rob, I'd like you to talk a little bit about how you make this into a usable product. You can't do anything with it because it won't hold a screw.
Right.
Talk a little bit about how you get this.
Shaping it to what we need is not really a problem. But in order to screw it to anything or screw anything to it, we have to eliminate part of this center core and replace that with some strips of poplar. These have been sized through the planer to fit just between the 2 outer layers. So we'll glue that real heavy, insert it in between the layers and clamp it for a couple hours, and it's good to go.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
I wanted to share with you what many of our clients want in a 144 or a 170 standard or a B-box or a 170 extended. They want a lot of capability to enjoy the van, but put it in the background to make the experience about the travel. It's about what you're seeing. It's about where you're going, and to do it with as little planning as possible. So people want to not be bound with anxieties about running out of battery, about running out of water, about having to take a cassette toilet to the Starbucks and dump it out. All these things create a little bit of anxiety and planning requirement. If we can eliminate or reduce all these anxieties, that's what our clients want from us. So the challenge that our guys are given, our craftspeople, is how do we make this 144 so comfortable, so convenient, with so much utility, so that it fades into the background and it's about travel.